Well, good morning. I'm Ron Dunker, Head of Business Development, and thanks so much for calling in to this webinar. It's going to be really brief, about 15 minutes. We know everybody's busy, and we are recording it, so you'll have the opportunity to watch it at your leisure as well. So, yes, Oaken is a platform that came out of Purdue University, and it's focused in on your land and the management of your land and the interactions that you have with and managing the interactions you have with your landowners. So today we're going to focus in on the actual customer relationship asset portal. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how you can manage not only all your leases and your expenses and your the work you're doing on your customers' farms, your landowners' farms, but you're also going to be able to create this 401k asset experience. So, what problem are we trying to solve with this type of technology, the sharing of information? So, if you look at any USDA data, in the next, 20 to 25 years, there's going to be well over 300 million acres that are going to shift to new landowners. And the challenges that creates is as a farmer, you are working maybe with one, two particular landowners. And when that land transfers to the new landowners, you're going to be working with three, four, five, six. Maybe you're working with some investment firms. Maybe you're working with other entities. Maybe you're able to share with other financial institutions, insurance agencies. You can do all of that through Oaken. It takes that really manual process of sending information through the mail, through email, and it digitizes it. So you can then create this asset portal that allows you to share that information with all of those new landowners. So, if you look statistically, if the next 20 years, that's averages out to be just a little over 18 million acres of farmland that's going, in agriculture, that's going to be transferring to new landowners, right? So that in itself is could potentially be a huge disruption on your farm, making that, round the table relationship that you've had with those landowners, that you worked with, on a more like, around the kitchen table. Now you can take that and digitize that and create that same experience, but it allows them to they may be in Maine, Michigan, Colorado, wherever your landowners may be, and they're able to log into Oaken, the system that you create for them, and it allows you to share the information that you do. So that builds a high level of trust, allows you to maintain the land, in your possession, so you can continue to grow and profit off of that land that you are leasing from. Okay, so we're just going to focus in on the sharing part. Okay, so what you see here um, is the dashboard, and what you get is where you go to here to get to settings is you come over here to dashboard sharing. And so what you can do is these are all of your landowners right here. Okay, so these are all your landowners, and you can just click into one of these landowners, and it shows all this kind of different information, right? So that all the detail on the landowners, the relationships on that lease with that landowner. So you can see, you can create an asset experience. Like I said, not only with the landowners you're working with, but you can create it with the maybe financial institutions, insurance agents, anybody that's in, and you can include this in this relationship tree. So anybody that is affiliated with that land that you are managing for them, Oaken will build out this tree and keep track of who those individuals are. So once you do that, you go into settings and go to dashboard sharing. And I'm just going to pick land partner CD Henley here, resources. That's the land partner. And so you have the opportunity to share documents only, just metrics only, because it'll show how many acres of land you are managing for that landowner and what the rents are or what the average lease payments are. It shows that. You can also just share uh, uh, metrics. Sorry, that was metrics. You can share documentation only. So maybe you only want to share a a lease document or an insurance document or FSA document. Maybe you only want to share those documents. So you can do that, or you can share everything. So you can share leases, documents, and payments. We'll choose that. And then you go in here and you can choose how, do you want to do that permanently? Do you want to do it for 24 hours? Maybe, you want to have a time limit on the amount of opportunity that individual, maybe it's like a financial institution. Anybody that you have in your contacts and your profiles will be over here and you can, create this sharing experience. So we're just going to share this permanent. And then what you do, and you're in 100% control on your farm. So you control everything that grower or that landowner sees as a grower. So you can see it, look, sees it's showing them the total acres that you're managing for them, the average, payment. Well, we can, the Oaken platform can consume and create cash rent, flex leases, crop shares. We can calculate bonuses. We can break out payments to each, percentage payments to each one of the landlords. So you can see that. So here you can see it. Here it has the lease and the information on the lease. So that's what it's showing here, the payments that you've made to the land owner. It shows you all the payments, and you can see this is a fixed type lease, and then all the documentation. So maybe you want to, maybe you've taken a video of the farm and you can put that in here so you can see that you can show videos. There's a little video running of their farm. You can see that. Um, pretty neat. Pretty neat. Maybe you have leases that you are sharing with them, lease extensions. Oaken will not only you can do electronic signatures. So if like you come over here and they can look and see what, like I said, the leases that you have, any expenses that you have associated with this farm, any conservation projects, any sustainability projects. And what's extremely powerful about this is they can see all the leases and the fields that you are working with them on. And again, those individuals may be anywhere in the continental United States, anywhere on the globe, and they can log into the Oaken system that you create for them, and they can see all these different aspects. So it builds, that level of trust you have with your current landowners, or the landowners that you've worked with probably for, 20 plus years. You can create that same trust and create that same round the table experience that you had with the previous owners, now doing it digitally. So it helps you with all the efficiencies that you're always not having to, talk, be communicating with them and answering 16 phone calls. You can put that into the Oaken system and they can see everything that you're doing for their farm, right? So on top of that, you can also, so your information, so what'll happen is this will be your farm's information. Any type of events that you're having, maybe you're having a maybe you host a landowner event. You can put that in here. You can also it'll say when the payments are coming due, when leases are scheduled to end. It gives the landowner an insight, a 360-degree view of what you are doing on their farm, right? Also, if you send out newsletters or you have a website, you can go in here and access the website. So there is just numerous things that you can do with this Oaken with Oaken. Um, and so it is an extremely powerful tool. This is just one small aspect. Again, with the landowner asset portal, the land is probably most likely the landowners, the new landowners that you're working with, this is probably their number one financial asset. So you are creating, in essence, a 401k experience. Extremely powerful tool. The only kind of technology like this on the market that allows you to take what you did probably in a real manual form with lease exchanges, payments, documentation that you are sending to them. You can share documentation and have them sign it electronically through our system as well. And you could do that with, again, with anybody that is associated with your farm or your landowner's land as well. You can send out share documents, and that's very powerful. One of the things that you can do as well is like I said, keep all your social media. A lot of growers like to have a newsletter and those sort of things, or maybe it's yield maps, drone footage, whatever you have. Oaken can consume it and put it into this asset portal. So your landowners have what you're doing on their land at their fingertips. And again, you are 100% in control. So we are at time, and I just want to say thank you for your time today. We'll be doing more of these little 15-minute overviews of the platform, but I wanted to share this one first because it just creates such a trusted, unique experience that you create for your landowners, and it builds in so many efficiencies for your farming operation. The new generations are definitely going to want to have things digitally and be able to access this information digitally because they definitely will have an attachment to the family farm, but that attachment, and that trust because of the things you're doing for them, but they also are now considering it a more financial asset for them, for their families. So, and you're creating, like I said, in essence, like a 401k experience. Extremely powerful tool. So if you'd like more information, please reach out to me, Ron at Oaken.ag. My information is on LinkedIn as well. Or if you would like to book a demo, please go to Oaken.ag and book a demo. And, we would love the opportunity to learn about your farming operation, see where your pinch points are, especially in land management and lease management. Again, our platform can build in extremely high efficiencies across your entire operation and to include land management, but it also allows you, it's also a high value technology from an ROI perspective. And I can share more about that when we talk on the phone or have a demo. I can share you real customer experiences that have been shared with me on how farming operations are using this platform and this technology to enhance their farming operation. Again, Ron at Oaken.ag, book a demo at Oaken.ag, and thank you so much for all you do in agriculture. And I look forward to talking to you really soon. Thanks for logging in today. Appreciate it. Have a great day.